So it's the end of the day, and I don't believe it myself, but I lost 3.7 kilos of weight doing nothing, and I didn't even work out. Now you're wondering, how is it possible? Because if you have to lose any kind of weight, you have to exercise or do some kind of workout. Even fitness influencers on social media tell you that you have to sweat it out by going to the gym, or maybe just go on a very strict diet, or just survive on salads and soups and shakes. And yes, it would be amazing to Netflix and chill and lose those extra kilos and not do any boring workouts. But I'm here to tell you that the doing nothing approach is real and it's all backed by science. So this is not a shortcut and nor it's a magic pill. It's rather a journey to try and understand how your body works. I'll take you through how I've achieved weight loss without any stressful or boring exercises, and by the end of the video, you will know it too. But first, let me get my super cool gadget. So this is the heart rate monitor or a fitness tracker, and it will help me understand what's going on inside my body. So even if I do any basic things, it will give me an idea of what is happening internally. So when it comes to losing weight, it comes down to one basic principle. You've got to burn more energy than you consume. In technical terms, burn more calories. And what we think the best way to do it is exercise. But most of the weight you lose is not from exercise or working out, but from a not so hidden secret. And at the heart of this weight loss journey, which I like to call it as the doing nothing approach, literally doesn't mean that you're doing nothing. It's about understanding the energy burning processes that happens within your body every day without you even realizing it. And that secret is just staying alive. You don't believe me, so let's break it down. This is what I was doing during the day. I started my day with the usual and went on to reading a book, then further went on to watching some content, and then my favorite part of the day, staring at the wall. What you saw me doing there were the most simplest things, and as most would say, not really much. But in reality, there is a lot happening on the inside, and that is where 60 to 70% of your energy is burned per day. And that is your BMR or your basal metabolic rate. It's the energy that your body burns just to keep you alive. Think of BMR as a car standing in traffic. So even though it's in one place, it's still burning fuel. So even right now, as you are watching this video, your heart is beating, you're breathing, your stomach is digesting, and you haven't even realized that you're blinking. Now, these are just a few functions that I've mentioned, but all these functions happen without you even focusing on it. So even though they sound like basic functions, they burn the most amount of energy per day. And they are called involuntary functions because you have very little to almost no control over them. So your body keeping you alive is where you burn the most amount of energy, which is approximately around 1000 to 1900 calories per day. Now that's a lot. And if you still think the most amount of weight you're losing is in the gym, well, you now know that it's your basal metabolic rate or your BMR. And most of us have a very different BMR, and that comes down to certain things like age, sex, height, genetics, activity levels, and many other reasons. Now, when I say doing nothing, it doesn't mean that you sit like a couch potato and do literally nothing. What I meant is that that's where you burn the most amount of energy. But that's not the only secret to lose weight, because the next secret is what I was doing this afternoon. This is called NEAT or non-exercise activity thermogenesis. That's another place where you burn energy in very small parts, but when they come together, they accumulate to a lot. Simple things like tapping your feet or fidgeting or playing a board game or even taking your dogs for a walk. But imagine doing simple movements like these all day. So whether writing, brainstorming, or even typing, they all require energy. Even if you stand up and move one item from one place to another, that also counts as burning energy. Sometimes you can even burn from 100 to 400 calories by just doing non-exercise activity. And these fitness watches can also track your non-exercise activity. And if you're wearing one of these fitness watches, or if you look at the fitness watch, it can show you my non-exercise activity and the exercise that I'm voluntarily doing it, but it cannot detect your BMR, or it cannot detect the activities that are happening deep down inside your body. Like me talking to you at this moment is also neat. So there you go, I'm also burning energy just by talking. But if you thought that that's all that's there when it comes to losing weight, there is another way to burn those calories for energy. And I think by far that's my favorite way to burn energy, and it's also something that I do best: eating. I know, and as ridiculous as it sounds, for a fact, eating helps you burn quite a lot. And if you're wondering how is that possible, well, it's called the thermic effect of food, or the TEF. So that's the entire digestion process. That's a food from going into your mouth all the way into your stomach for digestion and then later to absorption in the gut. And this entire process uses quite a lot of energy. So as I said, as simple as it sounds, there's a lot happening on the inside. And different macronutrients in your food burn very differently during the digestive process. About 5 to 10% of calories and carbohydrates gets burned during digestion and absorption. Approximately 20 to 30% of calories burn for breaking down proteins, and it takes 0 to 3% of calories to break down fat. Plus, the energy from food also gets used in various metabolic processes in the body. This includes maintaining body temperature and even supporting the functioning of the organs. That's why after you eat, you'll notice a slight raise in heart rate. That's because your body is using energy to digest and also make use of the nutrients. And these are the three ways that I ended up losing weight doing nothing. Now it comes down to the main question is that should I stop exercising and lose weight this way? The obvious answer is no. Your body is designed to move, and exercise is the best thing that you can do for your body. Before you remove exercise altogether, you have to understand that exercise is great for your body and it comes with a lot of set of benefits. And regular exercise isn't about burning calories only in the gym, it's about preserving and building muscle. And here's where it gets interesting, that building and preserving your muscle increases your BMR. This means that even when you are at rest or sitting like a couch potato, you will still burn a lot of calories. So if you have a high BMR, you will burn a lot of energy at rest. And if your BMR is low, then you will burn lesser energy at rest. It's also one of the reasons why some of your friends eat a lot and don't put on weight while you just stare at food and you gain a lot of weight. That's because your friend has a high BMR and burns a lot of calories at rest. And if you want to know what your BMR is for your body type, I've put a link in the description which you can just click on and fill in all the details, and it will tell you what your BMR is for your specific body. It will also tell you what your total daily energy expenditure is for your body type. So there you have it, my incredible journey of losing 3.7 kilos, doing absolutely no crazy workouts and no exercises without even breaking a sweat. Basically the doing nothing approach. Of course, it's not a one size fits all approach, but it's just the way how your body works. But also doing nothing meant that I understood my daily activities, I understood my metabolism, and making mindful choices of what and when I ate. And this was a revelation because I thought that the only way to lose weight was from having really strict diets and only going to the gym and doing heavy workouts, because that is all I understood when it came to weight loss. But when you have a deeper understanding of how the body works and how it burns energy, weight loss is quite achievable and possible. So the doing nothing approach and losing weight is more like your body rather doing a lot and losing weight. So if you like what you saw, feel free to check out any other video. And until we meet again next, don't stress and be awesome. Rosha that.